Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to another recording of Hearthstone. And that is exactly why I don't immediately start recording as soon as I launch the app. I figured I'd try it once again so we could show the end of the month here, October. For me, we reached rank 20. We click rank 20 prize to get 3 cubes, which gives us the new season card back and 1 gold card that might be worth something and 5 dust, which is hardly worth anything at all. I think 5 dust is about the most minimal reward you could possibly get. Now, over time, if I got higher ranks, I could potentially try to work towards an all gold collection, doing something like that, but I don't think that's a realistic way to come about that. 1 gold card per month. They'd release expansion packs too fast. We get 5 bonus stars, so we don't have to start at the very bottom, and that puts us at Argent Squire rank, so we're gonna have to play some ranked play. And right now it says 3 victories from any class, but I will trade that out to Hunter victories. Okay, so 5 victories for Druid and Hunter, 3 victories for Hunter, so we're going to play Hunter today, and then 5 victories between Priest and Warlock. So I think you're probably better off getting 50s than you are 60s. Although the 60s do balance it quite nicely because they give you 2 characters to play as versus just 1. So if you were really bad with Hunter, then that would be a problem. Tavern Brawl hasn't changed, just wanted to double check that. Now I have to go into my collection here and click the card backs, and right now this is the new one, right, for October, and we'll just make that our favorite. Which, why we bother with any of that is kind of just silliness. Let's see. Here's the gold card we got, so we can disenchant it for a measly 50 dust. And then we can come over here and see, do I have anything that I can create for 100 dust? Apparently I can make the Saboteur, so I'll do that.
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
I don't know why I'd ever really play the Saboteur. It would have to be a pretty special deck. Nobody's hero's abilities are that important, even with the new cards. Still have a lot of cards I need. Alright, so we don't have anything else we need to do. We'll just do ranked play on Hunter. So I guess might as well just get this out of the get this done right off the top. The only thing I've recorded is more of Deponia. I don't know if by my last recording session I was into Goodbye Deponia, but I suspect I probably was. The 3rd game of the trilogy. And I spent, I believe, at least 10 hours on one chapter. One chapter in particular is super long, and I think what I'm gonna find out later today is I will do the last chapter, because chapter 12 is super long. There was 13 chapters. I imagine what I'll find out is I'll do chapter 13 in less than an hour, and then the game will be over. It's just so unbalanced. So unbalanced.
Greetings, traveler.
And a big part of that is definitely from the fact that they broke up what is one game it's, according to my research, according to, I think it's called howlongtobeat.com, the Deponia, the complete journey, is a 30-hour game. That's one game. That's one big ticket game, like A title, AAA title type game. That's not a small independent. And honestly, for point-and-click adventure games, I don't think you can ever go and do a small independent game, because then you won't have a game worth mentioning enough. There would just not be enough puzzles and interaction and story there. And that's all those games are built upon, is puzzles, interactions, and story. So, if they had just, much like Telltale, running into the same problem, instead of being episodic, if they had just built the whole game together, had it finished and totally made, and then gone back and said, you know what, some of these puzzles in chapter 12 could have been put in chapter 1, well, not chapter 1, chapter 1 was the super long chapter 2, but chapter 2 was super short. If they had just moved some puzzles around across the whole games, made each chapter a little bit more even, there would have been a lot better response in my mind, because it's just so long. And so, let's see, I don't want this guy to die is the problem. So I'll play this, and I guess I'll play this. So yeah, it's episodic yet again. I'm also having a problem that I'm gonna probably address, if I remember, with the main character in Deponia. He has gone on too long, because he starts off as a character that literally just doesn't understand the danger he puts himself and others in, and he's causing chaos everywhere, and that's funny and all, but I think it's time for there to be a revelation there, a realization that he's causing damage. Yep, doesn't seem like I'm gonna get a choice here. He's gonna end up killing him, almost certainly. Wow, what a nasty way to do it too. Alright, do this, and then this. We already lost.
Job's done.
We can tell because he didn't immediately go green.
My apologies.
Up. So yeah, the character of Rufus, he's worn on me. He could have gone half the game this way,
The gates are
but I want to see like a character change, because by about half the game, you're not gonna probably ever convince me to play a sequel to this story. It's just not an interesting enough story to justify that. Ooh. Looky there. What can he do now to beat me? I have lucked out with this King Crush. This is nothing but luck. So yeah, he just hasn't made a significant improvement, and the way the story is trying to wrap it up and say, well, people people are gonna learn to love him, even though he's a complete mess and just causing trouble everywhere he goes, is not good. Alright, so let's look here. We have potentially 6 plus 4 would be 10, plus 2. We've got it.
By fang and
Well
claw.
played.
The beasts obey me.
Well fought. I concede.
There we go. So 1 star gets us up. Now below rank 20, of course, we can't lose stars. So we're fine. We'll just continue down the hunter path here. So yeah, I couldn't ever see myself playing Rufus again. Now the company that makes Deponia, that made Deponia many years ago, has come out with a new game called Anna's Quest, which is on my wish list. It would probably, I will probably play it, because Telltale Games in particular have taken a different route as far as how point-and-click adventure games go, and Telltale Games in particular aren't point-and-click adventures at all anymore. So that means the only people I know of that might still be making point-and-click adventures are Daedric, which is the German company that made Deponia, which half those jokes I don't think translate, and half of the subtitles don't translate right, and I don't know if that is supposed to be a joke where they just put completely different things, or if it's just that the voice actors didn't care enough to do the job right. So there's gonna be some problems with that even when I do play Anna's Quest. Hopefully Anna's Quest doesn't turn into a planned trilogy. Hopefully the story just finishes. I think maybe they've learned their lessons. Also, Day of the Tentacle is going to get re-released, which, okay, that's good. I'll play a new version of Day of the Tentacle just so I can avoid having to play an old version of Day of the Tentacle. There's a lot of those Scum games, script creation utility for Maniac Mansion, which was the first game made by that group of people. So there's a bunch of those that I probably would eventually go back and play, but if we can buy the updated version of them, that would be great. Now, one of the problems there, of course, is that they're only going to cover the best of those games. They're not going to be able to license any of the Indiana Jones games, which I think are Scum games. Maybe they aren't. They're probably not going to come back and do Maniac Mansion because is not very polished. I'd much prefer remakes than just HD updates too, because all of those games are old and all of those games have every single problem that I'm having with
The beasts obey me.
with Deponia. They have those even worse, like small items that are only a few pixels big, being hidden in the background or in the artwork so they don't stand out. Too many items, too many dialogue options. Deponia is kind of long on dialogue options.
Cleanse the sun well.
Not any mini games, perhaps. I don't know if Day of the Tentacle does have any mini games in it. That was definitely a problem with the Chapter 12 of Deponia's. the only time you see minigames is right at the end, and then both of those minigames were pretty bad. One was too simple and one was too complicated. Which you've managed to go too far in both directions when that happens. Alright, let's take this. And then let's silence this. Then attack these in the face. Get down to one, I've won the game. Unless he heals himself before he attacks. I've won the game. I wish I could play with rank 23 players all the time. They're easier to beat. They're a lot easier to beat. Or maybe I've just gotten lucky in these past two games. Yes, Deponia's unfortunately going to be over 30 episodes too. And one of the episodes I just screwed up completely and went for an hour and 45 minutes, and I was going to break it in half, but then I said forget it because I don't have intros and outros.
Quickly.
If I had the artwork to make an intro and outro so that I wasn't just saying it right at the beginning of each chapter and there was a fade in and fade out, it would be a little bit more work.
Well played.
Just it would take longer and be a little bit more work to to upload, but we'll just do that. It would also give me the opportunity to break up videos a lot better. But I've gotten better at breaking them up manually, just looking at a clock and giving the intro and outro myself. But it is also a lot of repetitive work for me that could be handed off to some fictional editor where I said, okay, here's my footage. But then personally, I think about, I've seen people on YouTube where they just kind of drop out and just kind of end at the end, and or they drop out and it goes to an outro that doesn't really connect, and I don't particularly like that. I should probably save all of these. So I think I'll go with Bear Trap and then Scavenging Hyena. One of the things that the Sam and Max Save the World series did is, even though they're very repetitive, they managed to, they managed to keep the number of items lower and the number of areas you go to lower, probably a little to its detriment because they were repeating the same areas, which if we had gone to the same number of areas in each episode of Sam and Max, which that might have worked better. Almost certainly would have. What am I gonna do now? I guess I'll do this.
Job's done.
Well, this sucks.
Bring me steel.
This guy's getting powered up. powered up in every freaking way possible. Alright. 2 goes here. And then 1 goes here. I think that will save me. Not really. Sam & Max in particular was 5 episodes. If they had broken it from 5 episodes into like 15 chapters, I think I might have enjoyed it better. If there had been 3 chapters in each episode that were more clearly separate, different areas, different items. Oh, that is exactly what I need. There we go. That solves so much problems. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, well, I don't think we're casting that many spells, so I don't think we need to worry about that. And I could kill both of these guys. Darn the luck. He still beat me. I probably should have killed one of these characters. Let's do this. Sam & Max also was short on characters to talk to because it was the same characters. I guess Sam & Max's problem in one word is repetition. If we had talked to different people and been in different scenes, even in between each episode, it would have solved a lot of that. Alright. Let's try this.
Baby.
Okay. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and kill some. I got lucky again. Wow, having the Ram Wrangler actually does seem to work out pretty well.
Trogzor.
Just take some prime opportunities to do some base damage here. I'm looking forward to being done with Deponia. I've played it for long enough.
Truth is
There's definitely a problem too. Well, this is YouTuber Problems 101. I don't sit on a chair because I don't have a chair. I actually sit on a bed because that's what's in front of my TV and that's how I set it up, and I was probably stupid to set it up that way, but that's how it is. So right now I'm sitting on a bed. There's a bunch of pillows behind my back to make me sit upright to about a 45-degree angle. And in Deponia, after playing for an hour, I have just slowly scooted downward to the point where I'm almost completely laying flat, and I suspect it does affect my voice in a negative way somewhat doing it. So yeah, I need a chair, but I want a comfortable chair, and when you start saying start getting picky about, well, no, I don't want just a chair, I want a comfortable chair, well then I get to the point, well, what I really want would be like a DX Racer or something like that. Something that's really patented and designed for long-term sitting. I mostly lean back for Hearthstone games too. It's a more laid-back experience, literally speaking. Yeah, I've lost. If I could have silenced this guy, I would have won. If I had gotten the owl, I would have won. But I didn't. So, go ahead and end our turn here and let him win. And I think next game will be our last game. How long have we been going? 25 minutes? We'll see. But even if I was sitting upright doing hour-long episodes of Deponia, it's not a great experience. I definitely played hour-long, played for at least an hour on one of those episodes and didn't accomplish much because I just didn't know what it was. I'm gonna have to really consider if I ever do a 30-hour-long point-and-click adventure game I haven't played before. I'm gonna have to really consider just following a walkthrough all the way and not mentioning it, which doesn't seem honest and would seem very obvious. Maybe playing the entire game first, which doesn't make sense, and that would take too much time. So I really don't know what we're doing. It's very much a Twitch-like experience. It's a streaming experience watching me play Deponia. Most of the time I'm sitting there not saying anything. The game talks a lot in the conversation, so I can just sit here and click the conversations and read them. There's no reason for me to read what the conversation is gonna say before, because he's gonna say it anyways. So yes, there's definitely stuff. Let's go ahead and do this because he has snipe. Or something else.
Job's done.
Noble sacrifice.
Get down!
Well, I guess that means I could have summoned that, but I wasn't sure. I think I played it right. So yeah, there was just, I can tell there's a lot of time when I'm not talking about anything. There's nothing to talk about. I'm sitting there trying to have every bit of my brain just think things through as far as what the solution to the puzzles are. And the puzzles are obscure, and a lot of them were very obscure. Just or they had items that I couldn't find. More often than not, there was just 3 or 4 items in every puzzle that I didn't find. So,
Reporting for duty.
yep, that's a big pain. What do we want to do? Let's see if we can do this, I guess. That works. Give him charge. Do some more face damage. So I have no idea. Let me know in the comments if anybody has a good suggestion. Deponia would be very much a game I would think about streaming.
Get in there and fight,
And then
maggot.
editing down. But then I have no idea what the tricks are to editing down would be. You could, it would just be fade out, fade in stuff, I'm sure.
We must cleanse the
And
Sunwell.
if you do fade out and fade ins, the right way to do that is usually to know where you're going to edit. And have a voice introduction. I guess that's why there aren't, at least I haven't seen a lot of people play point and click adventures on YouTube, is that not that way at least. It also probably explains why a lot of people are going more towards the Telltale style of making a game, which is you just can't lose. It just keeps going regardless of what you choose to do or what you say.
Not on my
You're
watch.
stuck on a speeding train and no action changes that. Not doing well
Reporting
here.
for duty.
He's got me overpowered. He's got me overpowered right now. Let's see. This would at least kill 2 people. This, though, would allow me to do 2 damage. Let's see if I can go 9 turns. Just 8 more turns of doing 2 damage. Highly unlikely, but possible. I need the explosive trap. Explosive trap would solve this right fast. I think that was probably a mistake on his part.
Reporting for duty.
My shield for Argus.
I think that was probably a mistake too. I would have put Argus between these 2. Let's see. We have... Let's see. Let's go and summon this and scare him. See if I can trick him into wasting a couple of his guys trying to kill this one. Now the right thing to do would be to use the Soul Priest in Argus. Or that.
Not on my watch.
Soul Priest, Shattered Sun Cloak, whatever. It's got me down to 6.
Reporting for duty.
So we play this. I could play this and hope to do something because that's really my only choice.
So baby.
There's nothing else this would give me that would help. And that didn't help. I don't even think if I had gotten the dinosaur, the 8/8 dinosaur with charge would have really helped. It's just too low. Oh well, we can't lose stars at this rank. And that's 34 minutes gone. And I think that's as good as we should do it. So that's gonna be this episode. Next episode we'll try Priest and Warlock, which almost certainly means we'll just try to win a bunch of Priest games. Only because my Priest deck is the good deck and that's the one I'm working on. He's at 54 right now. He only needs 6 more levels and he'll be at max level. And then it will be time to rebuild some other deck. Try to focus on these other characters. Anywho, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out, particularly now that YouTube Red is available. So today is the first day that people can get free trials or just have YouTube Red if their Google Music Plus subscription is converted over to that, I think. So the way I understand it to work, if you have YouTube Red, everything you watch becomes a big pie chart per time. So if you watch all of my videos and appreciate it, every second of that, and you don't watch any other videos, then I get whatever percentage YouTube doesn't take from that $9.99. And right now, if you're on the free trial, I still get it according to YouTube instead of the ad revenue. So in theory, that might mean I'll get more income, but we'll have to see about that. Now the problem is, if you watch 1 second of my video, and then you watch 5 hours of other people's videos, well then I am going to be so small, I'm only going to get maybe a fraction of a penny, maybe not get anything because they'll just round down. So it has become super critical. It was already super critical, but it's become even more critical that people stick around and watch every second in my videos. Every single second. Go back and watch it again. That helps too. Put it on a playlist. Go click on my everything playlist and just have that playing in the background all the time. Stuff that, if you want to support me and all that. Of course, that's still not the best way to support me. The best way to support me right now is for you to click on my name, Rydo, get to my main YouTube page, click that blue button that says support this channel, and just donate. I would almost certainly get more of a cut. I don't know, but I'm almost certain that that is the case. I will get more of a cut from YouTube if you donate. I don't even know if YouTube takes a cut. They probably take some small processing fee, but who knows. I'll have to wait till somebody does it to find out, I guess. And if I was ever to set up a Patreon, which I'm waiting for more subscribers, more fans before I do that, that would certainly be a better deal. That's why you see so many YouTubers on Patreon, is because they get a better deal and they don't want all the money going directly through YouTube, because that is a bit of a conflict of interest. But right now, the best way to support me would be to donate directly. So if it's getting between YouTube Red or donating directly, I'd still say donate directly to me if you just want to support me. And of course, down below is all my Facebook and Twitter and all those social media links. Still trying to grow people there. Try to get all your friends to subscribe. Try to get all your friends to watch my videos. Follow me on Facebook and all of those things. That's very helpful for my brand. It helps me show off as those things get bigger. Anywho, thank you for watching. Have a good evening.